Previously on Health Hits Experience.
Hi, I don't know if you remember us or not. Red Talons. We think we might have found our captain. He's in a secret prison in Skarak under the water, so we could pay you if you're not busy.
The five of us go in using the aura scanner through the main entrance. We make our way to the delivery chute. We override the security protocols that obliterate the stuff. We open it up from the inside. You guys come in through that entrance, and then we got everybody in there. We make our way to the cell, spring your captain, and everything's cool.
So now we're inside the prison.
Yay!
Woo! Haven't been.
We're alive!
Time stands still for you because each of you recognize who it is on the screen, but for different reasons. There's a buzzing in your head for a moment. You can feel your memory bank processing, and then a warning echoes from your voice box in a voice that is not your own. Error, memory leak detected, restarting to last save point, backup memory locked.
So there's some kind of advanced lockdown procedure going on. There's bugs in the code. Probably gonna kill us all. She's looking forward to dissecting us. We need to get the hell out of here.
Oh.
We need you on your game, smart boy.
Yeah,
Everybody just stay calm. Brace yourselves. We are busting you out.
Final chain as I'm like hearing it like begin to make that really loud metal groaning sound. I'm like, gonna hold on to it as hard as I can. I'm gonna.
We've got a prison floating in the middle of the ocean. The scimitar comes
Perfect.
hovering over. You get everyone on board. There's not quite enough room for it to be comfortable. So you hear the voice of Yama. There was a guy who came here. His name was Magilla. He said we should all go. So we're gonna go to some place that is safer, he says. Anyways, so we're not here if you come back. He said that there's like a revolution happening and you guys are important to it.
Cyrus, where are we?
Turn off the engines. Something followed us.
Cautiously, Cyrus, you radioed down to Flux to flip the power back on. Flux did and immediately grabbed Pearl to head over to the lab. You remember how you became Pearl the nanny droid. Your consciousness had been unceremoniously ripped from your body and placed in this shell after you had been pushed off the balcony ledge. And to be safe, the emotion suppression chip was installed and key memory had been cached. Eurydices. That's who you were before all of this. A slave who endured so much to keep one little girl safe. You aren't Eurydices anymore, but you aren't a droid. You're something completely new. You're alive. You open the hailing frequency, and you hear a voice come over the speakers of the entire ship that says, "There you are. Running will do you no good now. We can follow you to the edges of the universe. Stop disappointing me and relinquish the control you truly never had. My patience has a limit."
But we've been running for far too long. You're going to have quite a bit to atone for after we're done with you.
Where exactly are we going in 75, Cyrus?
These were the last coordinates he was ever given as a soldier.
Cyrus, where the fuck are we?
Are you going to the exact spot you blew up? Oh, Jesus Christ.
We find ourselves now on the moon Neron. The weird anti-communication field that Nexros has kind of hits the moon a little bit. If you look off into the distance, you see a very large communications tower. It feels like all of your limbs are asleep.
I don't think we will be here long, so just...
We find ourselves now on this moon. We find ourselves now with many developments. Welcome to Health Hits Experience.
The anger is sort of what keeps me going.
This is how change works. Small things all gathered together.
make sure that the rest of the group knows.
So I need to know that you have my back on this.
Fazro was enjoying her first time in prison. Every Red Talon had a great prison story, and Fazro had always been jealous of them. Plus, falling through the package chute into the underwater prison didn't count. Breaking into a prison isn't the same as being captured, although Fazro wasn't really sure if she could call what happened as being captured. 4 days ago, the crew of the Scimitar had landed on the moon Neron in the dense jungle. After some squabbling amongst the flight crew, the largest one, Cyrus, Fazro was just guessing since no one had bothered to introduce themselves, even though they had rescued everyone and healed her legs. The largest one had offered to shuttle any of the 30-odd ex-prisoners to the nearest port. He had gotten most of the ex-prisoners shuttled over before things had gone sideways. In the dead of the night, under the cover of the jungle, the Scimitar had found itself surrounded. Everyone on board immediately braced for a fight. No one wanted to go back to the hands of the Zolarians. But the tension on board lasted for all of 2 seconds before Cyrus got on the ship intercom. He told the remaining 10 on board to stand down. Outside were Galagra, big, bulky aliens with ash-gray skin whose veins glowed like lava underneath. They weren't Zolarians, and they wouldn't kill unless they were provoked. Cyrus told everyone to just exit the Scimitar quietly and things would be fine. When Fazro had exited the ship, she was met with a debilitating, high-pitched whine that drove her to her knees. Her vision had started going fuzzy before she had a chance to see if this had affected anyone else. And then she woke up in prison. Well, it was hard to call it a prison. The long table in the middle of the circular room surrounded by chairs really put a damper on Fazro calling it a prison. She supposed one could call a conference room a prison if you were the type of person who hated meetings. And to be perfectly fair to her captors, she was a prisoner because no matter how hard she tried, the door wouldn't open. And she didn't have her weapons or even her wrist interface device. And now she was bored. Day one, she had figured out that the fancy food replicator sitting next to the basic coffee machine worked. It could only replicate deli sandwiches, but it was enough to keep her from being hungry. Day two, she had figured out how to work the presentation hologram, but the only slideshow available was a diagram of a droid-making facility. Boring. And now it was day three. She had taken apart all the chairs in the room as well as the coffee maker. She had also found 3 hairpins and 5 pieces of trite when she was under the conference table. So yes, Fazro was very much enjoying her first time in prison. Pearl. You woke up day one to find yourself in a large, locked pantry. The old Pearl probably would have been reorganizing the pantry for 3 days. But this Pearl, the Pearl who was once Eurydice's, didn't feel that impulse anymore. Your earpiece kept glitching in and out, picking up the voices of your crewmates sporadically, but also picking up the sounds of several broadcasts. Nothing long enough to understand what message they were trying to deliver. You desperately tried the locked door, even going so far as to make several dents with your very heavy body. Food ended up scattered on the floor as you searched for any other way out. You wouldn't stop trying to get out to find your friends. Cyrus. You woke up in what you think was originally a common area. You were sleeping on a very comfortable couch, and the remnants of a hollow gaming system could still be seen on the adjacent table. But aside from a small food replicator and a drink fridge, there was nothing else in this room. There was a bookshelf, empty except for inside of you are 2 space werewolves, a self-help book written by Schmingel Dubenhorf. You tried the locked door, but not wanting to offend the people who once saved your life, you waited. Waiting was something you were used to, although you absolutely did not enjoy it. Pacing around the room helped as well as meditating. When day 1 turned into day 3, the rut in the floor from your pacing started to irritate you. Maybe it was worth it to just try to get out. Flux. You woke up in the storage room. Boxes piled high to the ceiling, all locked with biometric locks, surrounded you as you got up from your nice cot. When the door to the storage room turned out to be locked and none of your tools were around, you realized you were alone with your thoughts. Thoughts turned to panic rather quickly as recent events sunk in, overwhelming all of your senses. You started to feel compressed under the weight of it all when the static, glitching sound of your friend's voice broke through. Where were they? It took you less than a day to break into one of the locked boxes, but when you did, you found it filled to the brim with copies of Zolarian documents ranging from common reports to extensive studies on city dynamics. Each box seemed to focus on one city on one planet, filled with details you wouldn't have even thought of investigating. Who in their right mind would find the underground transportation system of Gallum this interesting? Day 2 was spent breaking into every box, just in case. but nothing in here was interesting enough to keep reading. Day 3, you figured out that if you offset the wiring in the broken biometric locks in such a way, you could make a small explosive charge. So you took every lock and lined them up on the door and set the charges. You didn't wait. Hieronymus, you're having a great time. You found the snacks in this place, and you are sitting there munching on what you think is volcano baked ham. You're recalling how you got here. Thinking fast, when the Galagra surrounded the scimitar, you shifted into a mirror image of the Galagra you first saw when you looked through the window. You waited until they were on board to do a sweep and blended yourself right in. The Galagra were definitely not Zalarian and very gently took the 2 patients out of the med bay on hover stretchers. Outside the scimitar, every one of the crew seemed to be subdued, walking as though in a trance. As you continued to blend in, you found the group traveling closer and closer to the communications tower until you passed through an illusion field that was hiding the busiest base you had seen in a long time. Every species you could think of, and some you couldn't, were here. Unloading pallets of supplies, fixing ships of all varieties, directing incoming and outgoing vehicles, the hustle and bustle did not stop. You looked off to your left a little bit and saw 3 very large rock-like individuals arguing amongst themselves, and was that Yama? There was no time to say hi as the Galagra group was hustling your crew away to an area of the base that seemed underused. You caught the tail end of a conversation between the biggest Galagra and a large crystalline lizard named Nexi, where they frantically instructed the prisoners be put in the old wing and dealt with later because they had to prepare for the general's arrival. Over the next 3 days, you shifted into a variety of unassuming life forms, gathering information as you went. You immediately found out you couldn't access the old wing because it was locked with biometric locks. The next thing you found was that the kitchen had excellent snacks, a great coffee bar, and surprisingly, no blind chef. The third thing you found out is that the revolution is 90% sorting through information and 10% sending out information. Most of the new wing functioned like a call center, terminal after terminal occupied with folks deep diving into the data. Sometimes you witnessed a hopper ship land in the courtyard, and an informant would tumble out piled high with physical papers. You also watched as fairly frequently the only reliable communication seemed to be funneled through the communication tower itself. Your own earpiece refused to work properly, and there was no on-ground communication devices. Instead, runners did a lot of the work, delivering messages between folks throughout the large expanse of the revolutionary base. A flurry of activity announced the anticipated arrival of the general, most folks making their way towards the courtyard. Hieronymus headed towards the old wing in the commotion. And this is where we arrive. Hieronymus is standing outside of the locked door that leads to the old wing. Cyrus, Pearl, and Fazar are inside of various locked rooms, and Flux, well, you all feel the shockwave before you hear the reverberating boom. This is where we begin.
That's our boy.
And this is where we're going to find ourselves here on this map as well. Flux, what happens immediately after?
Right, okay. I need to figure out where the fuck I am! So I'm gonna go out in the hallway immediately, and as I do that in-game, I'm gonna log into Roll20 out of game. So yeah, I'm gonna immediately get out in the hallway, and I'm gonna start checking all of the rooms to see if any of them are unlocked, or if I can unlock them from the outside or anything like that. I need to understand what the hell's going on. I need to know if there's anybody near me, and I need to know if there's any tools or weapons or anything.
So you're opening the first door.
Yeah, I'm just going to the first one I see.
Okay. They are all locked, just as a previous, but if you would like to try to unlock them,
I don't exactly have tools is the problem.
you don't. You have feet.
I'm not exactly strong, but I mean, I'll try.
Give it a kicky.
Yeah, sure, why not? I assume this is just an unarmed attack.
Yeah.
I think that's a 12
Yeah.
to hit.
You bust the lock in such a way that you could like fiddle with it, right, and get it out. So you're opening this first office door is what I'm hearing. Okay, cool. You open it and you see an individual that you don't recognize like immediately. Kind of familiar, like, I think we picked you up from the prison. So that's the first thing that happens.
You
Mm-hmm.
seem remarkably relaxed for the fact that I just broke into your room. And the fact that an explosion just went off. Are you all right? Have they drugged you?
No, I just am a very chill guy.
Right, well, let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
I don't know who's keeping us here.
Okay.
Have you heard anything?
You said there was an explosion.
All right, great. Okay.
Cool. Yeah, go ahead and.
I'm gonna sort of start going down the hallway, and I mean, there's a bunch of doors.
There are a bunch of doors.
And I realize I
Take you forever.
probably don't have the time to go through all of these, but I'm at least going to knock to figure out if there's anybody behind some of them.
Yes. So are we just next one?
Yeah.
You hear a voice from the next one go, yes. Hello.
Fazro,
Yes.
how are you doing in there?
I have disassembled everything inside of here.
Are they
so-
keeping you prisoner as well?
I mean, I can't get out.
Right, okay, well, I'll try to bust that door open as well, if I can.
Okay. Do you want my? I've got hairpins.
Oh, what? Yeah, slip them under the door.
Oh, okay.
That's
Sure,
amazing.
You got a bunch of bobby pins now.
Yes, perfect. I'm gonna try to pick the lock.
Okay,
I
great.
don't. This doesn't really thieves tools,
No.
but I'll try my best. I assume I can at least use like my dex for this.
Yeah.
So with dex, do I have proficiency in bobby pins?
Do you wear bobby pins? Do you use them to pick locks?
Yeah, I mean I keep my
hair's
hair at my
pretty
base.
long.
Yeah, sure.
Sure,
Why
I have
not?
proficiency in bobby pins.
Why not?
16.
Yeah, absolutely. The door swings open, and you see our little bat friend. She's sitting on the edge of the conference table, swinging her feet back and forth.
Hi.
Love her.
Hello.
Did they do anything to you? You all right?
Just been here.
All right. Well, you want to get out?
Do you want? I took apart this coffee machine. Do you want any of those pieces?
How?
You just take it apart.
Right,
Like
well,
you go like, and then
Oh,
you like
right.
find the pieces.
I'm gonna search it for anything I can find that's useful.
Sure. Roll me investigation.
I think that's a 18. Yeah, it's an 18, I think.
Yeah. Whatever you were trying to find.
It's probably just some shards of metal.
Yeah. The.
Well, it's a shank, so
Oh. I didn't. Okay, we're getting shanks.
hand her a piece of metal.
She just like picks up a piece of the chair.
That works.
Haha. Okay, cool. You going to the next one?
Yeah, I mean, I'm at least gonna knock to see if I can figure out who's where.
Sure. So the next one. Bonjour.
Hi.
Hello.
Anyways.
Did you leave this guy?
Yeah. I'm not gonna break into every door. I got limited time.
Is
that guy in
Pardon,
particular.
can you please let me out, please?
Yeah, I'll work on it. Keep
Okay.
going.
Oh my god.
Dude, I gotta get the fuck out
yeah,
of here.
sure.
There, an explosion just went
if
off.
you're-
I'm trying to be quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
If
Plus, the
you're
dude's French.
Yeah. You want me to save
that
that guy? I will get them out later. For now, I have to find my friends.
okay, well, you're not gonna.
do something later. We never actually go and do these things.
You don't is why I'm saying these things.
It's fine. Clearly, he's being kept alive, so we got.
Yes, correct. Cyrus, you hear a knock at the door.
Yeah, who is?
Cyrus.
Oh, yeah. Hi.
Are you all right?
I'm alive. I guess. They haven't done anything.
Have you not tried to break down the door yet?
Well, I do know them. I don't want to really, upset them.
I set off an explosion, Cyrus.
Yeah, I heard.
Also, they kidnapped us, Cyrus.
I mean, we were sneaking around.
Break down the door. I know you can, and I'm tired of picking locks.
Okay, I'm gonna try to bring down the door.
It's been a long 3 days.
That's I don't know if I have. I probably don't.
Are you just using strength? You just running at it?
just running at
Okay.
it? Be at
Bulldoze
12.
through it.
You kind of bounce off a little bit. Just
The fuck was that?
Can you just open the door for fuck's sake?
Gonna pull out more of my bobby pins.
yeah, do it again.
These are so not meant for this. It looks so much easier in those like radio shows and the TV things that
I mean,
play.
there's
you
an-
just hear really angry muttering.
There's an old console in here if you want it.
one.
Oh no! Why is this door so hard?
All right,
It's
well.
because they knew they were putting Cyrus behind it, so it had to be a really difficult door.
It's the lounge. I don't know why the lounge is reinforced.
Cyrus,
What?
Because that's where they keep the booze.
You just fucking get me out of here.
well, there's 2 bobby pins locked are stuck in the lock now, and they're both broken.
Fuck.
So that's not happening.
Move out of the way! I'm gonna try to rage.
You're not gonna use your new arm?
Well, I mean, if you rage, you have advantage. Remember? 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
I
a
do have
strength.
advantage, thank God. Hey!
Hey!
It's a 20.
Hell yeah!
yeah.
How far out of the way are you, Flux?
I'm literally like backing up to the wall. I'm like, I'm not fucking.
Okay, the door comes flying
You
at
should
you a
probably
little
also
bit.
like scoot a little to the left.
Yeah, like it's at you. If you duck, it'll.
It's probably less duck and more a bunch of tentacles just go.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, all right. Look, you did great.
Right.
So you could have escaped like days ago. I had to build a bomb, Cyrus.
Okay. In my defense, I did not know they were going to trap us here.
Yeah. Well, we should probably leave.
Yes.
Are you all right?
Physically fine.
Right. Yeah. Same. Find if we can find our friends and see if they have Pearl and Hieronymus and whoever else. Just bashing on every door as they go
Okay.
down the hallway.
The next door, you hear just a random guy go, yes?
Hi.
Hello?
Nah, I'm just gonna. I don't know who you are. Just gonna keep going.
Okay.
Question, actually.
For me?
Yeah, you.
Yes.
Sorry. Did you hear about that explosion that just went off?
Something woke me up.
Right. That makes sense. Right. So you live here?
No.
No, you.
No, I was once in a prison and now I'm in a
I just don't remember
kitchen.
this guy's voice.
You know.
I'm just
You
like-
okay.
There was a lot
There
of
was
people.
30 ex-prisoners.
No, I know. I think
yeah.
it's funnier that way. I'm like,
It's not like you mingled.
no.
You did not
No,
mingle.
you didn't mingle at
Great.
all.
Well, I'll come back for you. I don't have
Kinda
a lot of time,
surprised.
Cyrus.
Kind of surprised you remember faster. How to be
Gonna
honest.
go to the last door and knock on it.
Pearl, you're gonna knock at the door.
Hello?
Pearl. Or
We'll sort it out later. Yes, it's me, please. I've been trying to open this door the entire
Do you
time.
have any more of those?
I have like one bobby pin.
How far back can you move?
Not very. They put me in a closet.
Fuck.
For 3 days.
For 3 days! I knocked everything off the shelves.
You go first.
What?
Before I try to break the door down, go
I
first.
have one. Okay.
You know, Cyrus, having one bobby pin means I have no pry bar, which means I have to use my
Fucking nails.
That sounds like a problem that I can't really fix.
Wait, it's cocked. 1 sec. Oh, it's cocked again. What the hell? 7.
7.
Nope.
No.
Move out of the way.
I guess it probably wasn't a 7. It was probably a 10, but it's still not a lot.
Oh god, we're not rolling great today. Okay, that's better.
Burn your dice.
It's dirty 20.
Yeah, absolutely.
You slam it over. Still have the glove on and the jacket on, by
Yeah,
the way,
for sure.
but slams the door open and be like, out.
Thank God.
Thank God I found you first.
Thank you.
Are you alright?
I'm fine. I just haven't moved in 3 days.
Right, yeah. I've done nothing but moving, actually, but it's not like I had a lot of room.
Are you alright?
That's a question.
Let's
For later.
get out first.
I think this would be a great time for Hieronymus to just like open the door as one of these guards, sitting there drinking like a big double latte or something and eating a
Roll
croissant.
me. Are you trying to pick the lock? You trying to break the door?
Oh, he's gonna pick the lock.
Okay, you're gonna pick a biometric lock. I will give you either
the screen.
dexterity or intelligence.
All right.
I'm sure he's got like hacking tools.
There's gotta be some way to do it. I don't know. I mean, we had an aura scanner. Like,
I have thieves
it's not
tools.
impossible.
I have a Zolcoon.
It's a unspecified scanner device thing. Just goes and then it opens.
Can I use sleight of hand?
Yeah.
Boom.
Oh. No.
Why'd you roll 2 times?
I don't know.
So,
14
would
was
the
the first
first
one.
one
The first
have
one.
worked?
Okay, so 14.
What happens here is you manage to snag somebody's ID
Yeah.
that like will open the biometric locks. There's like 2 forms of ways to access these locks. You either have your thumbprint basically in the system, or if you're a species that doesn't have a thumbprint, you've got a little swipey card. And so as you're swiping, they are right at this door. So whoever is first.
I'm gonna grab him and put a shank up to his throat.
So you now are PvP with
Tentacle.
slugs.
Yeah. I'm gonna just like have a firebolt ready.
Cool. Haranis, what are you doing?
You got a weapon on you?
I am a weapon, Flux.
Fuck's sake.
How long have you been out?
About 3 days.
And you didn't come
They
to
didn't
get
take
us.
you.
Well, I looked like one of them.
You never bothered to come get us.
Well, so
Wait, shit, before you say that, how many other people are coming? There was a giant explosion.
yeah, I was looking around. I didn't see anybody out there.
Oh, wow, they seem remarkably unperturbed about that fact.
Yeah.
Explosions happen pretty often on this planet.
Really?
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
great, that actually is a
Well,
really good
I
cover.
Anyways, there's like some general coming.
Don't
Don't know anything much about it other than there's a general coming.
wait. Where are we?
You're right where we landed. We're on that place that I
Okay, but-
forget because I.
Right, but who are these people?
So as best I can figure out, they're the what are they?
The revolutionaries?
Yeah, they're the revolution, right?
Oh,
What?
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 Yeah. This is like the revolution. This is like the rebel
I-
base.
Then
What?
We landed on the planet of the rebels. Their, like, home base?
Apparently,
What?
Oh, jeez.
there's a general coming.
And we're super
Have you
screwed
seen
if he gets
Delilah?
here.
I have not, but
we gotta
to
get
be
the
fair,
fuck outta
I don't know what Delilah looks like.
We saw that broadcast. Were you not there?
I might have been there, but I may have been distracted.
She's very short. She's got long red hair, pale blue skin.
To be fair, the whole time I've been here, I've mainly been looking for food.
Oh, right.
Anyway, so I think that they just didn't really quite know what to do with you guys, and so they were just kind of keeping you here until like this whole general came.
And then what was going to happen to us after that? We get
I don't
executed
think
or
there was any
something?
plans to harm you or anything. I think you just weren't quite sure. Like they didn't have time to go through the security checks and protocols and stuff to make sure that you guys were safe. So they just were kind of like keeping you out of the way, sort
And
of thing.
unfed.
No,
You guys didn't. Well,
We've
No, that we
to be
had-
fair,
Yeah, we had-
you're a
we
robot.
had- food
You had food.
replicators.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
No, it was pretty gross.
Like you don't really actually eat,
No,
and you have an
Yeah,
entire
mine
chest
made
full of
only
food.
deli sandwiches. It wasn't very good.
So technically fed.
Yeah.
I'm great.
Yeah.
So wait, so what kind of deli sandwiches are we talking?
They
This
were
is
like-
not the
They're
time.
not. No, it's. I broke it too.
Yeah. Also, about that. So, do you know where our ship is? still where we landed at?
Do I know where our ship is? That's a great question. Let me think.
Great question. Roll
just doing
me a investigation, and I will give you advantage because you had been disguised and you were poking around and
Yeah.
finding things.
All right. So
revolution was
let's
here.
do.
What the fuck?
Yeah, didn't expect that one, Cyrus.
No.
In fact, the fact that you took us directly to where they are is why?
Why did
I
you
took-
choose this place?
I took okay. So this was the last place
that's
I ended
22.
up before
Investigation
before I was no longer with the Zolarians. And I lived here for not here, but I lived here for a few years.
So does that mean the Zolarians know where this place is and what it's like?
No, I was sent as part of a search kind of a search party.
That sounds like a story.
You know, Cyrus, don't you think that it's about time that you stop being so goddamn cryptic with us? How much have we been through?
Yeah, and you know what?
Are
It's been
we
a-
or are we not friends?
It's been a very long 3 days, and I'd like a straight answer.
I would love a lot of things.
Would you like my latte?
No, because I can't actually drink it, but thank you.
Yes, but only when you tell us where our ship is.
Yeah, our ship. It's safe. I think. Yeah, it's safe.
Do they have it, or is it out in the jungle still?
It's where? Did you tell me? I rolled a 22.
God, there's so much happening. Okay.
It's been a month, Brittany.
Y'all were
There's a lot to pick on.
We are in overdrive.
Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Yes. So when you were poking around, I don't know if you saw this or you heard someone say it, that there was a ship that seemed to fly itself to the base, really weird. Like the way it flew was not like a person.
Was it spinning?
It was kind of wobbling, and then it docked itself in there. They've got like a ship docking area where they hold like all the bigger main ships, and it was searched, and nobody found it. There was a bartending robot on board, and that was all they found. So they were like, it can stay. It flew itself here.
Also, I should probably tell you guys that the Rock crew and Yama are here. I saw them.
Are they all right?
What?
Yeah, they seem to be working.
How did they get here?
Well,
Wait, didn't Yama say something about
We did get
Yeah,
a
yeah.
transmission.
Somebody, I don't know who it was, but somebody took them.
It was like you knew them, I believe.
yeah, it was your.
Right, what was
Magellan.
Magellan? Or Magella?
Magella.
They
Right, it was Magella. Why would he? I didn't even tell him where he lived. I'm surprised he even knew how to find us. I guess he just must have assumed we were on board after we helped him out.
Yeah.
Bit of a
Well,
leap, really, for him.
We are on board, right?
For what?
Wait,
For
what?
the
what?
Oh.
I mean, if that's where we are, if we're on the rebel
well-
base and we're revolutioning here, when
I suppose so.
we
They
got
just kidnapped us, and you want to join them?
we did fly in with what looked like a Solarian ship, to be fair.
No, it's unmarked.
It still has the connotation.
it's pretty
still-
high tech.
Yeah,
that's not a pleasure
it's so
cruise
arrogant, it just
craft.
means it's cool.
So, anyways, I think that probably at this point we should probably find somebody and convince them that we're on board and they don't need to keep us locked up in the office space here.
What I need to do is find Delilah.
Well, so on that, we might want to hold off on immediately going and saying, "Hey, take us to your important leader lady who was on the TV," because they probably think, "Oh, because they're here to kill her." So we'll just downplay that a little bit until you can be reunited gloriously in a more natural fashion.
But if she is one of their leaders, then she could be the person who says to not kill us.
For the record, I'm not agreeing to join the revolution, but if we're trying to find her, then we probably should for now. Just say we're gonna work with them, do whatever they ask, until we have a good opportunity to slip away.
You know, for a man that's so against the Zalarians, why don't you want to join the revolution?
Because they're just gonna set up another government. I don't know what that government's gonna be like. It could be worse, for all I know. From what I heard, the Dorshans weren't that great either.
Well,
She was going downhill by the time the Zalarians showed up.
Not if-
Ixtay on the Earth's way, Elila Day, with the Earl Pay,
Look,
right?
I'm not saying I don't agree with... I'm just saying I don't want to join another big fucking group that brings grand ideas about helping the universe or whatever.
You don't want to be part of another organization that you don't know exactly what they're up to.
Yes,
Yep.
because you know what happened when I was growing up? I was told that everything I was doing was for the betterment of the universe.
Yep.
To make everything better. I was going to save everyone.
I get
And
it.
then I was turned into a murder machine.
Oh.
I understand.
Yeah, you know what? We still have to have that talk, Cyrus. You're not
So
getting out
what
of
do
that
we do
one.
now then?
Well,
We don't know anyone else here, except our friends, which we don't know where they are. They know that we aren't supposed to be out of our rooms, so what?
Do they all know that?
I would assume so.
I mean, this is, it looks like a pretty big organization. I'm
Yeah,
just
do people
saying-
are people like wearing like uniforms, or are they all just wearing like regular?
Just a
There's
bunch of dudes?
Just a bunch of guys.
Just some little guys.
It's a lot of outfits that are made for the situation. So like jumpsuits and coveralls and things like that. But nobody is wearing any kind of insignia. There's not a unifying symbol.
Sure.
They should get on that.
We
It's called
could
branding.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
we could just
Yeah.
act like we were supposed to be out.
Yeah, like just look at what people are doing work-wise and just jump in and start helping out.
Have you seen anyone else here like me?
I don't think I have.
Or other
Who are you
droids.
asking?
Mutants.
Or other one-legged large men.
Like
I
I said,
highly
was,
doubt they'll see anyone like me.
I was really kind of looking for sustenance.
Here.
3 days. She was locked in the closet for 3 days. That's the.
You know, that closet's full of food. Why don't you go in it?
You just complained that there was no food in the
I
closet.
forgot how different
It was
you were.
cans and bullshit.
Right. So we're joining them then?
For now, we don't
For
have
now.
time to discuss this in the hallway.
Right. Yeah. No. That's semantics.
Were there other people here? I
What?
thought I heard other voices.
Well, I mean, Valro's here. Hey, Valro.
Hello.
No, it was like, I think a man's voice.
There was a couple of them.
Right. We just kind of walked past a few.
Yeah.
You
I-
left people in there.
I needed to find you all first.
Open the goddamn door.
I have one
We're
broken
all
body.
tired.
Cyrus is
wait.
gonna go back.
Wait. Ooh, time out. Hold on here. So, to be fair, they were locking us up, you guys up, because they didn't really know whether you could be trusted. Now, we all know that we can be trusted, but we don't know that those two guys that Flux actually kind of smartly left in there can be trusted. I can't vouch for them because I don't know who they are. They were
Then
prisoners.
who's this one man here?
I just sort of found him first, to be honest.
You didn't let you did
No,
He
you
let
let
the
out
first
Fazro.
guy
That's
out.
the first guy
you let
out.
you let Schlorp out.
Schlop.
Schlorp.
Is he related to Schmelt?
Nope, because Colorado named him. Yeah.
And this guy's just been standing here for our whole conversation.
Like,
He's probably really uncomfortable.
yeah.
You can go. You don't have to stay here.
Thank you.
Please.
Goodbye.
Actually, I'd prefer it.
All right, Schlorp leaves. Goodbye. Fazar was like, "Do you want me to leave?"
Well,
no, dear. You
no.
can stay with us.
You know what? If they are hostile, we'll learn because we'll hear blasts because we sent somebody else ahead.
Well, wasn't that the plan
There's that
anyways?
flux pragmatism I've lived without for a month that seemed like 3 days.
Yeah, it does feel like it's been a few weeks, huh?
All right. Well, Hieronymus, I suppose since you're the one who looks like you belong here, perhaps you could take the lead.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, can you at least just get us to our ship first or something?
Anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could certainly try that.
I'd like to
do you
change
want to
clothes,
wait?
personally.
Hold on. Do we want to try to find Fazro? Do we want to try to find Yama and the Rock Crew? And
Yes, we should.
Actually, yeah, that would. Be a
I
good
did
idea.
not see. I did not see Molbo anywhere.
We don't know if they're prisoners or not.
Well, they didn't seem to be prisoners. They seemed to be kind of like chipping in and working out.
Then what the? That's fine.
Good to know.
They had more time. They were here
You'll
longer.
ask
They got a
so many
chance
more
to. They had a
questions.
chance to. You know, to suss out whether they were cool, and of course they are because they work for us. But they didn't get a time with us because there's this general coming.
I don't know if I call Yama cool.
Yama's very
She's
cool.
super cool. Aww.
Okay, what are we doing?
These godforsaken earpieces are just.
Yeah, crackle, crackle.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, I broke mine open like day
Oh,
half.
well, I suppose I'm the only one that was thinking of other people then.
No, I tried to contact you and it didn't work.
So you broke it?
Yeah, I thought maybe I could get something in it. I was in a room that all it had was a bunch of locked boxes. I was trying to work with what I had, and it was very little.
All I had was one book.
What was the book?
Way worse.
Something like there's 2 space worlds in here or something like that.
Oh, that's the one I was telling you about. It's lovely if you take the chance to read it. Hieronymus, would you like to go?
Yes.
So we're leaving the other ones?
Right, yeah, we're supposed to.
Oh, yeah. Go open the door.
Right, yeah, with my one bobby pin.
I'll give it a go.
There you go.
Okay.
Hieronymus, can you open
Okay.
these doors?
By the way,
or
we need our
no?
ship back.
We do need your ship back, but Fazro's gonna give it a go. Let's see what
I
happens.
only had some sort of lock-picking tools.
Does my magic work here?
Yes. She rolled a 19.
Yeah, she's good.
So, yeah.
She does have actual claws, though.
She
so
does have
that-
a little
that probably makes it a
claws,
little easier.
and she actually takes one of the pieces of trite that she had and like kind of snaps it a little bit and shoves it in there.
Good shit.
Good job, Fazro.
Thank you.
Resourceful.
Can you cook? Because we might need a new cook on the crew.
I'm not going back to Yama's cooking.
No, I don't, I can barely fly the ship, so one thing at a time.
All right.
Okay, hello.
We have 2 pilots, so we're good.
She
Oh, that's unfortunate.
she opens the door and you see a very suave-looking alien who goes, "Bonjour again." Bonjour twice. And Fazzer like motions and he walks out.
Congratulations, you're being rescued. You may leave.
I didn't know anyone who still spoke Dortian.
What's your name there, Frenchie?
Ty, whatever you want to do. Whatever, I don't care. I'm going to leave now because you all are hostile to me.
We've had a long 3 days.
I've also been inside for
Yes, so
3
that's
days.
why you may leave.
Okay, not bye.
Just have fun.
Everybody's a little hangry.
Au revoir. And Fazer's gonna try the other door, and she rolled a 17, so she still gets in the other door. And the guy inside goes, "Hello," and she motions for him to leave. And he like heard all the conversation and just like shuttled, like
Smart man.
just goes. He just goes. All right, so now it's everybody and Fazro.
Great.
Cool.
Hey, Artemis, you have any weapons on, yeah?
Yeah. What?
Do you have any I can have?
Um.
Like an extra dagger or something?
Yeah. Well, you can give it back, right?
Well, I'll give it back once I get my gun back.
Ah,
Do you know where any of our weapons are?
I do not.
Cool.
And I'd like to not be caught unawares if somebody happens to get
Well, to be fair, we really don't want to kill any of these guys because there's a lot of them, and we're kind of on their base, and we don't have our ship, and so maybe
Just in case.
playing nice is going to be our go-to tactic here, not stabbity-stabbing.
I
If
mean,
you-
they are. At least previously, they were not hostile.
Right.
So
But you did just kind of escape from the locked rooms that they had you in, and they do have a bigwig general coming, so they're probably a little bit nervous.
If you do carry the dagger, just keep it hidden, please.
Right, of course.
All right.
What do you think this coat's for?
All right, catch. You could have rolled a 1, man.
18.
Hoping it
Okay.
just like right into the incision.
Okay.
Dies instantly.
Well, so much for that.
And we're done with that. Okay, so we're exiting the old wing.
We're fucking leaving.
Yep. Oh, but before we leave, you guys hang out here. I just want to peek around the corner all incognito and see if either of those 3 people that we let out have been gunned down in the square or something.
Well, yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, so,
Perception check for me. Something, just to see.
I love that nobody around the base, like they heard an explosion and they're like, happens.
Is what it is.
I will
happens all the
say,
time.
simultaneously, what happened is the explosion went off and the general ship landed.
Ooh.
So there was a lot of commotion all at
They
once.
just,
He's
they're like,
already
They're like, oh, they just need to
here."
replace their muffler.
Exactly. What did you roll?
I rolled badly. I rolled very bad.
What is that?
Oh my
Great.
god!
My God.
That's very bad.
Hieronymus, there's not really a corner to look around.
Sure.
This wing is surrounding the courtyard.
Yeah.
So you're kind of already in the courtyard.
Yeah.
And this is a very large courtyard. The ship can land in the middle of it, and there's still room for everybody to move
Mm-hmm.
around. And so much is happening
Yeah.
right this very second. You could not identify a single person out of this crowd unless you were really focused.
And
in.
there's probably like food trucks or something that are distracting me.
Yes, absolutely. There's a couple little hoppers that just have symbols on the side of them that are fruits from
know what?
other
Is
planets.
one of them the ramen guy?
No, Augur is not
It's good
here.
to know the revolution supports like local business.
They have
do.
to, man.
Yes, correct. So that's what you see, Hieronymus.
Yeah. Well, I don't see gunfire. I don't see
No.
stormtroopers
No
tackling
dead
people in the square.
bodies.
So I think
No.
it's probably safe. There's a big bunch of commotion. We could probably meld right in and be incognito as this general lands.
Right, yeah.
Or the general has landed as the
General has landed.
bigwig steps out and addresses the crowd. Probably.
Probably just go the other way.
No, we want to see who this general is.
Do we?
Do we?
I have a sneaking suspicion that if Delilah is a bigwig here, they might be possibly with this general.
I thought we weren't trying to find her right now.
Yeah, but if she's here, right?
I mean, I'm
Like, we're not
gonna
going
say
around
no to
asking
that.
about it, but if she's on this ship with this general, if she's like, like the face of the revolution, maybe she's
No,
like
no,
the
he's
communications director or something. that would be an opportunity to see that. So let's go check it out.
we should hear it all
Incognito,
about-
meld into the crowd.
Right.
Right.
Never been any of our strong suits, but that's fine. Except yours. You're fantastic at it.
Thank you.
Just before we continue, I want clarification on one thing. Did you tell anybody anything about what happened before you were captured, or is everybody rolling with your new voice and new attitude?
Oh, I mean, Flux knows.
Flux knows.
I'd like to believe I would have, but we never actually RP'd it or anything.
You did it, but that's why I'm asking. If that's something
Yeah.
you immediately would have done, there was the time when Cyrus was shuttling ex-prisoners off to the nearest port.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to have a sit down and maybe grab Cyrus between trips, and I just want to know.
I feel like she would have told them.
Okay.
Okay.
Like you wouldn't have kept it from us, and we'd probably be like, "Whoa, why is Pearl
Like,
talking
hey,
all
Pearl,
weird
yeah.
like?" And oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Why
yeah.
is Pearl suddenly swearing?
Yeah, you're right.
What happened?
Right. I just
yeah,
wanted
I would've-
clarification.
I
Flux,
would've
did you
told-
break
like to say-
Pearl?
Cyrus wouldn't have questioned it. Cyrus wouldn't have questioned it anyway, so.
Okay,
He's too
cool.
awkward.
So okay,
So,
so
yeah, this is how it goes.
yes, I just before we move forward, because that's a big change that I wanted to make sure was addressed. Okay, so here's what is happening. The base has been built into the side of a volcano.
Cool.
And
Pretty awesome. It's usually a sign that it's an evil person, though. Shit. It's a Bond villain.
It's not, because there's so much neon color. Like, there's no way a Bond villain could do this much neon orange and pink and yellow.
Maybe like an 80s Bond.
I don't think they would have gone for the neons. Maybe the glow in the dark, maybe the UV, but like this
Okay.
is straight up neon.
Okay.
And the shape of the base curves around. So the wing that you had been in curved this way, and there's a big chunk of the volcano just kind of flat, and then the other side of the base that they are actively using goes out. It's really large and really long, and the docking bay and there's storage and there's dormitories this way. That all goes this direction. But what you see right now is, so it does curve around, and in the center of this courtyard is a giant ship that looks as though it has been made out of patchwork material. It's not shiny, it's not new, it's not Solarian. It's big, it's functional, it is currently powered off. It's got the docking bay down. People are coming in and out, moving things in and out of the ship. And you can see in the center of the commotion is a very tall, broad-shouldered, striped individual with a very furrowed brow having a very heated conversation with Nexi. Just, you can't hear it, but you can see it. Everybody roll me history or perception.
I'm
Either
never
one.
good at history. Yeah, that adds up. Really solid 8.
Okay. I'm giving it to you anyways. It's Magella.
19.
Oh,
You
okay.
recognize Magella from when you dropped off Randy on Nexros, which is the planet next to the moon you are currently on.
Yep.
I also got
Not
an
that
8.
Cyrus-
Okay, you got an 8. In the midst of the repairs and
I'm probably looking more for Delilah than anything.
yeah, you're not really recognizing it.
18.
18. Same deal. You remember going on to Nexros, dropping off Randy in the middle of that weird choppy sea and seeing this very broad-shouldered individual who was having communications with Flux.
I see.
Flux, is that your guy?
Yeah, I see a really wide-shouldered blob in the distance there because I don't have my fucking glasses.
It
They
looks.
took your glasses too.
Yeah.
Well, that's just kind of rude, honestly.
Yeah, I
It
didn't like
looks
having
like
any of my shit.
that guy we dropped Randy off to. I
Right.
don't
Yeah.
remember-
No, it definitely looks kind of like him.
No, it is
Yeah,
the
that's
guy
the
we
guy.
dropped Randy off to.
Was that your pal Magella?
Right. Yeah, that was. If that. Yeah.
All right.
Huh.
All right, so he can vouch for
Should-
us.
Should
I
we
mean,
go
Magella
talk to him?
is. He does know who I am.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
The work I've done for him before is more or less custom repairs and mercenary work.
So
We have a work relationship.
good enough. It'll have to be.
Right. Okay. Probably. Yeah.
So
Not like
we're-
we have much of another choice.
We're attempting to approach the
Well, I think we
general.
can slowly kind of make our way.
We're making our way.
You know, we're not like
Yeah.
We stand out.
Not just
so
like
Yeah,
much.
like
yeah, just kind of milling through the crowd.
yeah,
You know, and
mill. Go about and mill. But while you're doing that, if you're trying to do a stealth, please
I'm
roll
not.
me a stealth. Otherwise,
I'm just trying to walk like a
There's
normal
literally
person.
nobody
I
else on this
totally
base that looks like I
belong
do.
here.
So I'm just like, well, that's not gonna work.
I don't do stealth.
Oh yeah, that's like your whole line, yeah.
if we're not rolling stealth, great, cool. Let's. As you walk through the crowd, a couple people do some double takes, but nobody stops you. Couple of the very smaller species go whoop.
I assume we're just kind of like walking side by side.
Yeah, like.
Oh.
Are you walking in a line? Or are we walking?
we are walking in a line in slow motion.
Yes.
Fuck it, why not?
Yeah, fucking
Explosion.
why
Just grab
not?
sunglasses from some guy.
That's right.
Yes, absolutely.
The
As
four of
we're
us in Fazro.
Fazro's in the back. Like,
Yeah, she's behind.
Yeah, but she's doing that in slow motion.
She's like hopping to get
she's
over our
trying. She's so little. She's very short. As the four of you are approaching and making your way, not really bothering anybody. Again, a couple people kind of move out of your way. A couple people look at you funny. The docking bay, the entrance to it is kind of dark up at the top. You can see it because they're talking right in front of it. And it lights up like someone flipped the switches inside the ship. And a figure walks to the top of the ramp. And it's a very petite looking individual, light blue skin, very soft features, pointed ears, salmon colored hair. She stands at the top, just kind of looking out.
Well, they look small.
Pearl would just stop in her tracks.
Pearl, are you okay?
Pearl? All right.
I'm suddenly feeling very afraid.
Afraid?
Oh, that's her, isn't it?
That's her.
How long has it been?
I don't remember. She was a child when I saw her last. And I have a different face and a different body. I don't even know if she'll know who I am. I don't know if I could convince her of who I am.
Right.
The idea of even finding her was so foreign that I never thought past that, you know? And she's like kind of fidgeting. All four of her hands are just fidgeting.
Well, I'm sure when you explain, she'll understand. I mean, clearly she doesn't like the Zolarians very much, and if they hurt both of you, I'm sure she'll get it.
I know I haven't really mentioned it. But I may or may not have killed her father in cold blood.
You know, you somehow let that one slip.
I had mentioned that I had killed a man before, but I hadn't specified. To be fair, he was a horrible man and he was hurting her.
And it's been exactly 12 minutes since you yelled at Cyrus for not telling us all about the backstory.
To be fair, Cyrus has been horribly cryptic about everything. You guys at least knew about Delilah.
Hey, you know what? Let's have this conversation when we're not in the middle of the crowd.
Yes, you're right.
There you go.
We have to go up there no matter what. So let's just go.
But for the record, you were probably right. I don't know him, but
I think so.
I mean, he was in cahoots with evil, scary lady, right?
yeah, so he's probably pretty terrible.
Yeah,
I'm sure he deserved it.
yeah.
Even if he didn't, I'd probably still think you're pretty cool anyways.
I mean, to be fair, even if Delilah is mad at you and does not forgive you for that, you still probably saved her a lot of,
Yeah.
bad life. So,
That was my hope.
yeah.
Don't worry, a bunch of scumbag pirates can vouch for you.
We got your back, kiddo. Clang.
You're gonna break your hand.
You are standing very close to, not super close, close enough that you can now hear the general and Nexi arguing. And the thing you hear is Magella bellowing, "Their bounties are what?"
Maybe we should turn around. I don't know.
You know, I have a feeling I know who he's talking about.
You don't say.
Yeah.
I wonder.
I bet yours fucking skyrocketed after all that.
Oh, I'm sure it did.
I mean, mine would be higher, but nobody knows who I am. Let's be fair.
No, it's good. It's good. It's a good thing.
It's good to have someone who doesn't have a ridiculously high bounty.
Well, I didn't have one.
Yeah, it's probably fine.
It's fine. We have.
I'm just
it
saying.
doesn't matter.
I'm
We have
just
to go
saying,
anyways.
My bounty should really be technically higher than it is.
Yes.
Right. For all of those petty crimes you committed.
If you add all of your personas together, I'm sure it's fantastic.
Exactly.
It's probably shitty.
The general is now looking around for you guys.
We stand out.
You do stand
Oh, yeah.
out.
How do you
Yeah.
know we were here?
Is
Is it all the bickering?
Because you got all these people and you got Cyrus's head kind of.
Just trying to find anything.
I like to imagine that we spent the last 2 days being like, oh man, I really hope we find our friends. And the second we found each other, we're like, fuck you.
We're bickering.
super concerned, super concerned.
You're alive. I can't fucking believe it.
Hieronymus is going to suddenly like take a step away from the rest of them.
Probably a good idea.
Yep. The general does lay eyes on you because you're the tallest.
Of course.
Yeah. Locks eyes with you, and then gives you a motion.
I'm just gonna wave.
Sorry.
What's she doing? I see she's doing some with her hands.
Yeah, no, we're being summoned. Going forward.
Okay, right, that makes sense.
so he's like, he's got his hands on his hips.
I'm so disappointed in you.
But he's not really giving that face to you guys. It's
Yeah.
more to Nexi, who's standing there like sweating. And as the approach happens, Delilah is walking down the ramp towards the general as well.
Oh, good.
Fantastic.
Well, looks like we're walking on.
Yeah, you're walking on up.
Yeah.
The general looks at all of you and goes, "I was not informed of certain circumstances regarding your arrival. I hope that my second in command didn't mess things up too much."
Well, we were in storage rooms for like 3 days.
I do hate to break it to you, but there are a few broken doors in that wing, so.
I set up a bomb.
I'm not sorry about it.
I was in a closet. That's so rude. I understand that I'm a droid, but God.
Question: Does Pearl's voice still sound like Pearl's voice synthesizer, but with a different accent, or does she actually sound like Eurydice's actual voice
That's
now?
a really good
I imagine it
question.
still sounds robotic. It's going through the
imagine it
same
would still have
synthetic
to be
vocal cords.
Pearl.
Yeah. I don't think there's a set of alien vocal cords in there.
I don't know. Might be a program she has. in
Yeah,
there
like your
to relate to people
like
more.
you can set your Google Maps
Yeah,
to have like a
exactly.
different voice or something. You know,
We
it's all-
gotta set Pearl to a different accent to see what
To be
happens.
fair, you
Oh,
can
God.
set AI to have any voice imaginable anymore, so.
Anyways.
It sounds like you threw one layer of synthesizer, basically. It's not as though your words have been cobbled together like a robot, but that
yeah.
it's just kind of weirdly
Like Sprocket.
modulated. Yes, correct. Nexi looks like she's about to cry, just standing there shaking next to the general.
So you're gonna throw us back in your prison cells or what?
He looks at you and goes, "That's a prison cell to you?"
No, it's far from it. I thought maybe you had better accommodations.
We do, and we don't have prison cells on this base. He turns to Nexi and goes, "They think they were in prison."
The doors were locked. We could not get out.
Didn't get a lot of information.
General, sir, if you could just give me a moment, and I will
touch Nexie,
Yeah.
and I'll do calm emotion.
Okay.
Like, I don't. It's over.
Yeah, she's not shaking anymore.
Fantastic.
The general's gonna yell at her some more.
But she's just super chill about it.
No, she's
Then-
like, okay. Like when you're like, I'm not physically shaking anymore. Insides are a little wobbly. It's fine. It's all good.
Pearl's gonna stand behind the general and be like, those nanny instincts.
Yeah, I
kicking
make
in,
it immediately kick
hey,
in.
it's okay. It's all right.
And Nexie turns to the general and she goes, there was a lot that had to be done to prepare for you, and it got lost in the shuffle. And he like does a little, and she turns
I don't know.
to you guys and
we're
goes,
we're pretty hard to get lost.
I apologize for the miscommunication on my behalf.
Thank you. That's very much appreciated. Now, can we have our shit back, please?
Oh yes, please. That would be fantastic.
It should be in your dormitories.
We have dormitories.
And the dormitories are big enough to hold our ship? Wow,
No,
that's...
We have dormitories, and you threw us into locked.
We had to run your data, and it came back really scary, and so I didn't know what to do until the general arrived. He's like, puts a little hand on her, like, it's okay. Yeah, I was aware that there were bounties, but not the quite what I was expecting.
That's a more recent development.
They may
Yeah.
have went up a little bit.
Well, understatement of the century.
Yeah.
We're really good at pissing off Zolarians. That's
Who
what
are
we do.
you?
Oh, yeah. I was with them when they brought back Randy. I'm technically the captain of the...
Are you still in disguise?
Yeah, what do you look like right now?
I look like just one of the random people that's around here.
just a random guy.
Yeah, roll on a random table.
Jeff?
That's what I look like.
Really? you?
And the general turns to Nexie and is like, and you missed me. Like, about to cry again.
You know, in their defense, shapeshifter.
File that one away for later. Yes, I specifically requested your presence, but you weren't there when I went.
Ah, that explains it.
So
Yeah.
there
Where-
should be
But
Where
you did
are our
find-
friends?
Yeah.
on the base somewhere.
Somewhere?
They
Not
have
prisoners?
nobody is a prisoner on the base, and like very emphatically,
Don't anger him. He gets.
emphatically like eyeballing.
I'm
at
sorry,
Nex-
just, 3 days stuck in a dark closet can do that to you.
Yeah, no, I'm not exactly happy about it either.
I'm just rather on edge right now.
Right. I would love to talk to all of you about some developments, but seeing as we are needing things, why don't you head on over to the mess hall and take whatever you would like to eat?
Please tell me there's like a really nice set of showers. Because it's been 3 days.
Hieronymus is already gone.
Actually,
Every time.
The dormitories are very well equipped. Please, at your discretion.
General.
Yes.
If you don't mind, could I actually have a minute to speak to her? And then she would point at Delilah.
Yeah. And
You sure you want to do this now?
She's right there.
please, by all means, I'm going to go speak with Nexie some more about some protocols we need to put into place.
Yes. Make sure it's a learning experience, though, and not just traumatizing. Thank you.
He's already leaving.
Came from experience, huh?
Well, it's part of my programming. I'm a nanny droid. Did you forget?
No, I don't know. You're so much less robot now.
She would blush and just kind of look away from you.
Please continue.
So I'll meet you in the mess hall then.
Yeah. Take your time.
Thank you. All of you.
Let's go get some food.
Yep.
Something that's not fucking zucchini this time.
At least had zucchini. All I had were protein bars.
Damn.
I mean, Flux is a vegetarian.
Or he just
He
prefers.
tends to prefer seafood and veggies exclusively.
Yeah.
That's what your food replicator made.
It only made fucking veggies, man.
Cool.
Only zucchinis.
Only-
Just whole zucchinis. You gotta eat.
It was rough.
There's no tools. You gotta eat them as is. Can't even clean them first. It was bad.
Well, luckily, the food replicator doesn't add dirt, I would hope.
The food replicator's a little dirty.
It's actually a food teleporter. It just takes stuff from farm stalls.
Yours might have been. Okay, yes. Pearl, behind you, your charge 10 years ago is sitting on a crate, doing something that looks important. Has a clipboard and a pen and paper and just talking to people that come up to her as she's sitting on this crate. Because she noticed that the general was speaking with the
Right,
group and
so, like,
wasn't-
gave him time,
Yeah,
whatever.
wasn't going to be like,
I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you right now.
we just got here.
Then Pearl is just going to walk up to her the same way that any of these other people are.
Yeah.
Just like very casually,
Yeah.
very calmly.
Yeah, she's writing things down.
Pardon me.
Hello.
Do you have a moment to speak, perchance? You do seem rather busy, so I really don't want to bother you.
Please, let me just, she, like, finishes up what she was working on, and then, like, sets it aside. Gives you her full attention.
There's no great way to talk to you about this, but, do you happen to remember, an old nanny you had when you were younger?
I had a couple when I was very young. One of them was a humanoid individual, and the other one was a droid, and there was something. I was very young.
How old is she now?
She's a young adult, so she's probably like, I don't know, 19-ish.
Yeah, 18, 19.
So it's been like over a decade
No, she's
easily.
really young for a general. That's
Yeah.
all. Continue.
She's not the general. The general, the
She's
general.
just
Sorry,
with
for
the-
being,
she's
for
the
being part of this
face.
whole thing.
Yeah,
She's the face.
she is the face.
Do you happen to actually remember anything about them?
I remember she made me a dress once. I wasn't. It was my birthday actually, and she wasn't supposed to make me any gifts. She wasn't supposed to give me any gifts, but she made it out of, I think, the dining room curtains.
And the tablecloth.
The tablecloth. The tablecloth?
There wasn't enough fabric, and it didn't exactly have the design I wanted. So I used the tablecloth and then told your father it got stained so that he wouldn't ask where it went. Both, actually.
Eurydice?
Hi.
What happened?
So much. Can we talk? First, could I hug you? If not, it's okay. I know it's been a long time, and you don't remember much of me. But I have looked for you for so long.
It's been 10 years.
I know. I didn't know who I was for a long time. And then when I did figure out who I was, I didn't know where you were. So yeah, it's been a long time, and I'm so sorry it took so long, and I'm so sorry that I left you.
Left.
It was for your own safety.
They were all gone, and you left.
Who's all gone?
I had no one left.
What do you mean?
something happened and I was alone. And I was by myself
For how long?
for 10 years.
They didn't send you to another home.
They couldn't find me, and then they stopped looking. So fast. They stopped looking. And I thought you were coming back.
I did.
Now?
If it was up to me, none of this would have ever happened, and I'm so sorry that we've both been through so much. But I need you to understand that everything I've ever done was for you and your safety. And I'm here now because I wanted to make sure you were okay. I have done nothing but think of you for the last 10 years.
I'm okay. Really. There's been a lot that's happened, and I've grown up very quickly,
I know.
and you can't go back.
I'm not asking to go back.
What are you asking?
I'm asking you to understand. I know I don't deserve a place in your life anymore. I understand that, I know.
How did you get like this?
That's a conversation that will take much more time than we have right here. If you're not busy, we could actually go chat somewhere. I can't imagine you want this entire base hearing your business.
They know more than I would like them to. But that's what happens when you're the face. Because I'm good at talking to people. You taught me that. How to smile, and how to be kind, and how to make people feel as though they're the only one in the room. But it's not real.
It's real for me.
Let me finish some things, and I'll find you. Because if you stay here, it's not hard to find somebody. And she motions, and a little young Fazilian, the rabbit, like alien species, comes up, who had been just kind of like hovering nearby, and goes, so we have runners on the base, and they're usually very close by, and they're very good at recognizing faces. And so you just find one and say, I am looking for... Who are you?
You know, that's actually really funny, because I was Eurydice, and then actually your father put me in this, and then wiped my memories, and then had me continue to be your nanny. So I have not figured out what to go by just yet. You can call me whatever you like.
Is there anything that feels right for the moment, so I can give you an identifier on base?
Pearl is fine.
Pearl it is. And turns to the Fazilian and says, pass this information along, please. And goes off to, that Fazilian runs off to tell the other runners, like, new person on base, these are their names, well, this is this individual's name. And she gets off the crate and kind of takes a little bit of a step back from you.
I mean, I am much taller than her.
Much taller, yeah. She at least wants to be able to see your face.
I'll crouch down.
I am going to finish what I was working on, and like I said, I will, when I'm done, we can chat more.
Okay. Well, before I go, and she'll go into her little compartment, and she'll hold out a music box. It was Delilah's.
Delilah, like, takes a minute.
I've been holding on to it in case you wanted it back.
Thank you. And she takes it and holds it for a minute. And then puts it in her little satchel that she has and walks off.
All right. And Pearl will go find the mess hall.
Perfect. All right, we're going to find ourselves in the mess hall here. And there is okay food. It's hot.
Solidly mediocre.
It's mediocre. It's better than high school cafeteria food. It is not buffet level of like gourmet. It's fine. It's fine.
Not fancy like the Golden Corral.
Yes, correct. Thank you. Thank you.
None of the good stuff.
None of the good stuff. No chocolate fountain. Damn. I know. And the three of you and plus Fazro are sitting there. Fazro is like watching. Like she's not contributing to the conversation, but she's certainly intrigued.
Your eyes are so wide right now.
I'm just trying to learn everything I can about being a pirate.
Weren't you already on a pirate crew?
I was there for a month before everybody exploded.
Right, sorry about that, by the way.
Well, I mean, did you make the big dino explode us?
No.
Then don't be sorry.
No, I tried to disable them too, so...
Don't be sorry.
Big dino.
They're fine.
Yeah, we did in fact fight it. Hieronymus is just fucking with you. It actually happened. Jeez.
So the four of you are sitting there, and Pearl walks up.
You're back.
Yes.
How
And she'll
did
just
it
kind of
go?
sit down.
How did it go?
I don't think it went well, so...
I mean, it's about as well as it can when you tell a child that you abandoned them years ago, and they apparently got completely left alone and not taken care of by another family, and then you just appear in a different body 10 years later.
Did you explain the whole business about how you didn't remember who you were? And
I
they,
tried.
she'll come around.
I hope.
That is a
It's a lot. It's a
Yeah,
lot
it's a lot
to
to take
process.
in.
Yeah.
How old were you when you were doing this?
When I was with Delilah,
Yeah.
oh, early 20s? Fairly young myself, you know.
Right.
I honestly believed that because she was a Zalarian, whatever, scientist, I don't know what he was or what he did, it was very shady, but because she was a powerful man's daughter, that someone would take care of her, and apparently I was sorely mistaken. And I think she's upset with me about it.
Well,
And I understand, I get it, I know, but I just...
you know, there's a lot of parents out there that did a lot worse than you did.
I'm not her mother.
Yeah, but you clearly acted like one. And even if she's not happy with you, you're still around. I mean, you came back, and
10 years later, as she pointed out a few times, because...
Yeah, but she hasn't had time to process that you couldn't do it any differently than you did.
I just don't want
It
her to
wasn't
hate
your
me.
fault, and she'll come around to understand that.
yeah.
You came back. That
Yeah.
is huge.
Like as soon as you remembered and were, able to. Like literally, as soon as those memories came back, boom, this is job priority one.
And if you spend more time around her, I'm sure
Except
she'll
for breaking the
understand.
prison thing, we did kind of do that afterwards.
Well, no, we learned when we were in prison. So, really, we couldn't have done much.
Yeah.
So,
See?
yeah. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot worse parents out there.
So I'm sure she'll understand that you did the best with what you had.
Thank you.
Yeah. Nah, she'll appreciate the fact that she actually had someone who looked after her. I'm sure she will.
Anyways, what are we doing?
As this
yeah.
conversation kind of weirdly stilted, you hear a very high-pitched squeal coming from the back of the cafeteria that goes,
Is it Yama?
That's Yama.
That's Yama.
That's
Yeah.
Yama.
Do you think she's seen us?
Nah.
I couldn't tell.
Go back to my salad.
Laughing alone with your salad. She like sprints over and then like sprints back and yanks Schmel with her, who is walking normal. He's fine.
Oh, that's good.
You guys are both doing great.
I am doing so good. Frax and Goose and Quaid are here somewhere. They're like lifting all the heavy boxes. Oh my gosh, they're so good at lifting all the heavy. I just found Schmel. I just found him. I found him. He was in the medical area. I don't know what they call it.
Yeah,
Anyway.
about that.
Yeah.
About that.
What?
You alright, Smell?
Schmel is like looking off into the distance and then goes,
You alright? We sort of found you on the beach, surrounded by like 12 guys.
Dead, by the way.
Yeah, you killed
Killed
12
them.
of them.
Or at least we assume. We don't
Well-
know. You were in a weird trance.
Well, I assume 377 probably helped a little bit.
Yes, but we don't know where he went.
377?
Yes.
Oh no, he died. Yeah, he was destroyed. There was just a bunch of scraps.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
it's not like he was alive.
No, but he might as well have been your kid. You named him after yourself.
You know that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that not
You know
common
that
knowledge?
wasn't supposed to be something that ever.
Wait, whoa,
got
whoa,
out.
whoa.
yeah.
No, oh,
Back.
I'm so sorry.
Let's
I
put
didn't
that.
realize.
Let's rewind that tape a little bit there. What was this?
About what?
377 was named. Do tell.
All right, fine. You know,
Can we talk about it later?
when I was
I'm so sorry.
on the rock, I was Project 376. And so when I got out and I made something to follow me around and protect me, I named it 377 as a little haha kind of funny joke thing. And then it stuck around for a while, and now I'm Flux, so it doesn't really come up anymore. But now he's also dead, so it's fine,
But it's not fine.
It is, because
No.
I already built a new one.
Oh, where is it?
It's on the ship. It's not quite done, I have to add a few
When
more
did
things.
you have time? Never mind.
I got right to it right after fixing you.
Oh.
I was sort of jittering with a lot of,
Does it turn into a minigun by any chance?
no, I wanted it to. But it
didn't have enough
it
parts.
has a bunch of extra nice attachments that 377 never could have had, so I'm happy with it.
What's its name?
378, 378, 378, 378.
No, you can call him PM.
PM.
yeah.
Yeah, like nighttime.
Interesting. Schmel, what happened?
Don't know.
You seem really out of it.
I'm good.
Are you? Because your eyes keep unfocusing.
Haven't had like a good night's sleep in a while.
Can I like do an insight check?
Yeah, by all means.
That's a 14.
You see Schmel like do the thing when you think you hear someone call your name, like a lot. But yeah, and like
So it's almost like he's like on acid right
He
now.
has brain damage,
Yeah.
is what I'm hearing.
there may be an ancient force awakened inside of him.
He's
We're not
fine.
going to talk about it.
no
It's
big
fine.
He has brain damage.
Yeah, he's
Thanks, Brad.
Brad didn't give him brain damage. Ian's giving him brain damage.
It's our explanation for having an ancient god in his head.
Well, there could be a guy in there. So Schmel is like, he'll carry a conversation with you, but he's very distracted.
Yeah. All right, so we're glad that you're okay, Yama. We were worried about you and the rock crew. And Molbo, what happened to Molbo?
So when
Oh no.
Magella showed up, he disappeared. I think he's hiding in the cabinets.
Again?
Like,
Did you check?
I heard a big loud bang, and then when I went into the kitchen, there was like a huge pile of pots in front of the sink, which makes me think that he kind of barricaded himself in there. Because I did hear just like the worst whimpering.
So
So why didn't you get him?
Well, Magella said it was urgent, and I wanted to grab the espresso machine.
Well, I do appreciate they got the espresso machine.
Did.
So, do you still have the ship then? With Mobile still on it?
No, he's at the base.
You know, the one that we stole from Dev?
He's at the dev base.
Yeah.
And where's the Plasma Fang ship?
Well, I don't know how to drive.
That's true. No.
So-
it's still at the base also?
I think it's still at the base, yeah. But we did, I sat in the passenger seat, and Goose drove Old Bessie.
Right.
And
We're so proud of you.
thank you. I gave directions.
Old Bessie.
Yeah, she's still here somewhere.
Well, it's good for nostalgia's sake. Never hurts to have a small fishing vessel.
It's our first ship.
Yeah, but it's not exactly a good one.
So, we're still our first ship. We were there for almost a year.
Cyrus, this is gonna sound crazy, but has anyone ever told you you're a hoarder?
Oh, wow. We're really taking shots today, aren't we?
Farrell, you sound different.
Right. Yes, a lot has happened, unfortunately.
Okay.
And I shall fill you in on it later.
Okay.
Thank you, dear.
Just know that she's way sassier now.
Much.
We can bitch together.
Yes.
Yay! I'm so excited. She like runs away.
I'm so excited. I'm just gonna leave.
I gotta go.
I can't contain my excitement.
Well, this has been a very enlightening conversation. I'm gonna go take a shower. I smell terrible.
I'm going to find our dormitories. There are beings here that they call runners that if you need, they're very small, furry, long ears.
Is that the name of their designation or species?
It's their job.
Designation, then.
If you tell them that you need a specific person and they are aware of our presences now, then they can go find them. So if you need in contact with each other, just find a runner and they will find the other person.
Yeah, well, that sounds nice.
Fantastic?
And if I need to
Right.
look for you, we will ask for who?
Pearl. I just thought it would be easier.
Right, yeah.
We do need to figure that out, though, if you guys are interested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe another gemstone? I'm gonna get up and leave the table.
Cool. I will let you guys have an evening before the general wants to speak with you again.
Cool.
So,
I'm gonna try to find him before he even...
yeah, okay, sure.
Comes to that,
you take a
yeah.
shower, you find your stuff there. All of your blueprints are in the dormitory. Everybody has their own room.
Yes.
Yeah, so your blueprints are there. Let me see. Old Bessie is here, espresso machine.
Can I
Pearl,
find... Sorry, go on.
in your room, all your cleaning supplies are there.
Fantastic. I'm just gonna deep clean everything.
Yeah, sure. So you guys basically have like, as far as the dormitories go, you have like a corner. So separate rooms. There's a common area. There's like enough for everyone. There's actually like 12 rooms. You're obviously not using all of them. And anything you're doing, Cyrus, between now and talking to the general?
Gonna try to find the scimitar to get Trellix.
Sure. Yes.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. You find the scimitar. Otto's there. Otto's charging, so he's not awake at the moment. Sprocket is like, what the fuck is happening?
That sounds
Gonna
exactly
give like
like
a
him,
short,
yeah.
gonna give a short explanation of what's
sure.
going on.
We gotta move, my dude. I can't Sprocket right now.
Gonna get Trellix and
Yeah.
then head like to Old Bessie.
Sure, you find Old Bessie. What are you doing with Old Bessie? There's nowhere to go. It's
No,
just
I mean,
there.
just like
Just the
hanging out on Old
nostalgia
Bessie.
of
Okay,
it.
you're hanging out on
Yeah.
Old Bessie. Got it. So you're deep cleaning.
I would actually, if we have time, do some RP stuff, but we don't have to.
We don't have time
Okay,
for it.
cool.
No. Hieronymus, what are you doing? Eating. Cool. Are you hanging out in the mess hall? Or are you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. And you touch base with the Rock Squad. You know, I assume you're kind of in a form that they recognize.
Sure. Yeah, I'll now that I know that we're in like a safe space here, I'll probably jump back to default Hieronymus.
Yeah, certainly. Excellent. Cool. So you find Magella before he finds you.
Yep.
Do you call for everybody else?
Nah.
Just you and Magella?
I need to talk to him personally.
Okay. Cool. You are in his office. Enter.
Hey.
Come in.
Good to see you again.
Yeah.
I assume everything went pretty good with Randy and the like. Is he on base right now?
He is on Nextros. We need him there.
Right, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, he's a genius. Fucking crazy though.
I find a lot of geniuses are.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wouldn't know.
Either way, I guess I sort of wanted to quickly talk to you about, well, a revolution is kind of a big deal.
Yes.
I assume at some point you're probably going to have some form of coordinated attacks against various Solarian outposts and the like.
Our goal is to weaken the organization to a point that they self-collapse.
Right, but that's going to have to require some direct, hands-on kind of work.
We've been coordinating some skirmishes in loyalist cities, and that seems to be doing more of an impact than we anticipated.
Right, and people like that are going to need weapons, right?
Always need weapons.
Right. I feel like we can probably come to an agreement.
Go on.
I have for a very long time been meaning to build quite a few things, but I lack the supplies. You know that I can build some very good things, and I've been getting a lot into weapon design lately. I can supply your troops if you give me everything I need.
I need you and your crew to do something first.
Like what?
I'd
I'm an
rather-
engineer, you know.
You have proven yourself more than that many times.
Yeah, not quite sure I believe that, but sure.
I'd rather talk to everybody all at once.
Alright. I got some stuff I gotta work on anyways, but... Going forward, perhaps the proposition could be put on the table.
I will consider it.
Alright. Good to see you again, by the way.
I'm glad you're in one piece.
Yeah, well, we'll see how long that lasts for.
All same for all. Okay, so you head out of his office, and you head back onto the scimitar to finish a project that you had been working on.
Yeah, and I'm gonna reactivate PM because they're already built.
Yeah, perfect. I will give you an hour to finish what I told you earlier that you can finish.
Yep. You wanna roll for that, or is that just...
Just roll for how cool it is.
Well, I hope it's cool. It's not even for me.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh no, that's cocked. Which is good, because it's about to be a 4. And this is a Tinker's Tools check?
Yeah.
25.
Yeah, it's cool shit.
It's so fucking
It's
cool.
so fucking cool.
So excited about this.
So how are we doing this? The general does want to see all of you. Everybody that he can grab from your crew. Yama, Rock Squad, Bazaro if she wants to join.
Right.
Yeah, I
And why
think-
wouldn't she, really?
Yeah.
She's having a great time. Kind of.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why I wouldn't. I'll just meet up and get going.
Yeah,
Yeah,
certainly.
I'd probably let everybody else know, actually, 'cause to be honest, because
Yeah.
he said that he wanted to see everybody.
Yeah.
So just deliver the message.
Perfect. Okay, cool. And so an hour later, and you all are back in his office.
I got PM with me now.
Cool.
Which looks like 377, except for way more badass.
Except cooler.
way spikier. He's got 2 plasma chainsaws. It's good shit.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Cool little crab man. Okay. So the general first kind of waits a minute before he activates a holo projector to kind of have some information. And he says, I don't know everything, but I do know a lot about some things that y'all have been up to lately. I wouldn't have asked for you to get Randy if I didn't trust Flux, but there have been some developments that make me think that you are the group for me to ask for this. You are welcome to say no. The point of our organization is not to force anyone to do anything, but to utilize people's skills to the best of their ability. And what we do here is we find ways to cut into the base of the Zolarians. Not take off the Hydra head. Get right down in there. Because if we can take enough support systems out, then they will self-collapse. The goal is to allow planets to govern themselves, and which is a hard ask after centuries of different organizations. But we believe it is best in this particular scenario. So the first thing we started doing was tilting the scales towards our favor. And our research has shown that after we started telling the people that the pirates that they would see on the broadcasts were not their enemy, they were the indicators for the temperature of the room, they became more favorable. We started using that to our advantage. We started using some of these pirates. But now we are slightly past the cloak and dagger of just making a spectacle. We have to do the real work now. So we have had some occupations in loyalist cities. We figure start there first instead of trying to go from the edges in. And we need to turn the people against the oppressive overlords. I hate using that term, but best we got. But we've recently uncovered some information that they are planning something big. We've pushed to the point of them retaliating. And if we don't take care of this now, while we have this information, the tide of this war will turn against us. There's a facility hidden in Edu City on Allure Edis that we believe is creating a new unit of enhanced droids. The Zolarians are calling it Project Automated Weapons Neuro Simulacrum. We think that they are harvesting life forms to create these droids. Very, very hazy. Our spies can only get so much.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They have tendencies they tend to fall into, huh?
It seems to align with other information we've gotten, but they've never done anything of this scale before. It's never been more than a single or a historic project. And the reports that we have lead us to believe that they are holding prisoners in the catacombs to funnel into their project. That is the best we have. The fact that we have spies on the inside at all is a miracle in itself. And so we will take any information they can give us. It's pretty hidden information. We are able to somewhat pinpoint the area where it is. We don't know much more than that.
Do I still have a sneaky link into the Zalarian database?
You would have to go on board the Scimitar to do that
Okay.
right now. So, in this conversation, you do not.
Cool.
I feel as though you are the best to ask, but again, this isn't a request, not a demand.
What are you actually asking then? Do you want us to just free these people?
And destroy the facility.
Oh,
We
well,
can
we're
make
great
it-
at blowing things up.
I'm getting deja vu over here.
Not blow. You cannot blow it up. It is in the catacombs underneath the city.
Yeah, no, that would be a very bad idea structurally.
Structurally, it needs to be destroyed in a way that they cannot continue to use it.
Without blowing it up.
Without blowing it up, there are also prisoners down there, so ideally, not blowing them up.
Want to get them out?
Yeah.
Yes, ideally.
Oh, we can probably think of some ideas.
Sorry.
I'll brainstorm it.
Are we boring you?
No. I'm just very tired.
He probably just ate too much, honestly.
Ugh. Got the meat sweats over here.
You can't. Let me tell you. Don't eat a lot of the meats. Most of it's like been replicated 20 times. It's not good for you.
Eh.
Copy of a copy kind of thing.
Yeah, not ideal.
Uncomfortable. Right, well, I'll start brainstorming it. I can think of some ideas, at least, for how to get out a bunch of individuals and also shut it off without destroying it.
I'll try to do some research to see if we can get a better idea of where it is.
Right. So, the time frame of this is quite tight.
How tight?
It's not like I needed you to do it right this very second.
Well, I don't
but
know. It kind of sounds like you do.
Ideally, I would have liked to have done it yesterday, but we didn't get the information until this morning. So,
And some of us were locked in closets.
which I was not aware of, and again, I apologize.
Sorry.
I am impressed that she thought to do that at all, to be perfectly honest with you. Because your bounties are very high. And we have some, before I say this, we know this, we are aware of this, we have some spies here. We feed them the information we want to feed them.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes. It's how we operate in a way that is safe for us because we know what information they are getting and they're not searching for us here because they think we're somewhere else. Which, it's very difficult to convince somebody that you're on a different moon, but not impossible.
Well, do you have any idea where this catacomb is?
We have a general sense of the entrance. It's, I don't know, like a mile radius, which took a long time to shrink. I say long time. There was probably 20 people working on that, so it long time. Anyways, we've narrowed it down to one area, but we do not know where the entrance is, unless you wanted to drill in the street, which I wouldn't recommend.
When you say catacomb, do you mean tunnels underneath the city, or do you mean mass grave?
So our information has led us to believe it's a combination of both,
Oh,
but like
fantastic.
it's old.
Fun.
It's a very old planet. The catacombs haven't been used as a grave in 500 years.
Right, I have a bad feeling about this. But yeah, sure, we'll figure something out.
Right. Maximum amount of time, 24 cycles, because we need to move on this before they realize we have this information.
Right. We're gonna need some supplies, you know?
I can supply. Did you not see the infinite amount of supplies that we have to coordinate? God.
Yeah, it sounds horrible.
Yeah, being in charge of things just means coordination.
More paperwork.
Lots of paperwork.
Well, you retired from field work.
A long time ago I did.
That's what you get.
Well, at this rate I might have to go back out into the field. But it's neither here nor there. So, if I provide you the information and the supplies, do you feel that you can accomplish this?
I think we're perfectly capable of it.
I have a few ideas.
Great. Let me just,
great.
I need to know who is consenting to this. And like he's gesturing to the back of the room of all of the NPCs that we have here. Out of game, who would you like to bring with you?
That's a good question. Schmel has brain damage. We should probably not bring him.
Yeah,
I
don't know.
disagree.
Schmel is like
I
a
think we
walking
should bring
death
Schmel.
machine.
Yeah.
I disagree.
You know,
I think we should
given
bring
that
Schmel.
maybe because he's connected to an ancient god, he can like revive all the skeletons underneath the city and cause like a mass undead sweep. That'd be cool. Probably not likely, but
I think Fazro could be
Yeah, I
super
think
helpful.
Fazro could
Okay.
probably be pretty.
all we've seen her
Fazro.
do is claw somebody's eyes out, which is
And
pretty
pick
cool.
locks.
No,
No,
the
we-
lock. She can pilot.
Yeah.
She is,
Okay,
but sometimes
Fazro,
he's busy.
Schmel.
I'm a charisma-based rogue.
How many people can we bring with us?
As many as you want.
Do you want to bring
Wait,
Rock
wait.
Squad?
Let's quickly
Yeah,
go through our
well, I mean-
options here.
Yeah.
Well, we can't just go in guns blazing either.
No.
Who do we even have who's like a fighter? We
The
have
Rock Squad?
Schmel,
Rock Squad.
we have Fazro, we have Rock Squad, I guess.
Yeah.
Which
We-
we're not bringing all three of them. That'd be
No.
ridiculous. That's like that's a huge force.
I mean, we could bring them and then decide on the way too.
Whether they're going to be sitting in timeout or not the entire time.
Whether or not they have the ship.
Okay, one rock squad. Are we bringing Yama?
Maybe we'll decide.
I don't think we should.
Okay,
bring
no
later.
Yama. No, I need you to
Yama's
decide
just gonna
right now.
accidentally shoot someone. It's not.
But
Okay.
if she shoots the right person.
All right, fine.
Counterpoint, the journey there, we will need coffee.
Well, I won't.
Okay, so we're bringing like 5 people.
Everybody?
Just bring everyone.
Fazro, Schmel, Rock Squad.
Rock squad is 3. All right, but not Yama.
Not yet.
No, not Yama.
Not Yama. Okay.
I mean, somebody has to stay and watch the scimitar while we do this.
Yes, and she did so
Yeah,
lovely last time.
Do you trust Otto alone?
So wait, are we bringing Yama to just sit on the scimitar?
To
The
babysit.
Babysit?
Babysit.
We
Sure,
could.
done. All right, everybody's on board.
All right,
Great.
gang's all
Great.
here.
Gang's all here.
Fantastic.
We collected these
Fantastic.
NPCs. We might as well bring them with us.
Great. Okay, so
Sprocket.
Sprocket's already on the ship,
Yeah,
so
Okay,
he's
Sprocket's
part,
on the
actually,
ship.
Sprocket, like no joke, is like really good.
he's part of the situation. Okay,
We don't know that, but I know that.
Ian knows this. Okay, so like, Magello writes all this down. Great. So he tells you that he's going to need some time to put together all the proper information because there's a lot to sort through, as you kind of are aware of, even from the old storage of all of their information. And he will send a runner out to your dormitory when he has that information.
All right.
So
Right.
he sends you on your way.
Thank you. I have some shit to get finished with. I don't know what everybody else is doing.
All
I
right.
guess that depends if we're continuing or
This
not.
well, here's the dealio. It's pretty close to the end of the stream.
Give Cyrus though.
Let's give Cyrus his thing. Let's do a little tiny little RP gift giving Christmas exchange,
boy.
and then we will end the stream.
If everybody else is done with this, I'm gonna head out. I have something I need to put finishing touches on.
All right.
Cyrus,
Yeah.
could you come with for a moment? I just need some heavy lifting done.
Right. Okay. Cyrus.
We're gonna head over to the scimitar where the lab is. And I'm gonna bring you back to my lab. Take off the glasses. I'm gonna bring you back to the lab. Be like, so that plasma blaster I gave you.
Right. Yeah.
It's kind of been, I feel like it's been a little iffy.
I mean, it works most of the time.
Right. Do you want something better?
I mean, I'm always interested in better weapons.
Come here. I'm gonna bring Cyrus into the lab, and on the work table is a beautifully made, like, gigantic fucking minigun. So I've been working on this. Originally I was going to mount it on PM, but it didn't quite work out the way I wanted to. But PM still has the rigging, so mid-combat you can just slap this bad boy right on there and you have a mount.
This.
Yeah. I call it the suppressor cannon. And I can't fucking lift it, so
This is amazing.
Oh,
yeah, it's
you
for
big
you.
boy.
They're just gonna walk up and he's gonna pick it up and be like, "This is fucking awesome."
It's the best trinket ever.
It's shiny. It's
I figured you'd
new.
like it. I polished it up really nice, so the chances of it exploding are like lower than it would be otherwise.
I definitely do appreciate
It won't
that.
even. It won't explode.
I-
It just has a chance at jamming.
Okay.
But yeah, no. I mean, that thing could put out like 500 rounds a second. So, yeah, should be good.
We should go test this out.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
yeah, you should. I agree. Yeah.
All
Let's
right.
go to the firing range.
Yeah.
That's all I had to do.
Okay, great. Excellent. Anything that you two would like to do before we wrap up?
How much
You have
time do we have?
You have 24 hours, so
And 10 minutes in real time.
I was
10
asking
minutes-
real
yes,
time.
Correct. Real time. We have 10 minutes.
Well, Pearl would want to talk to Flux, but he's busy right now, so.
You have time if you want to talk to him after.
We're not on the ship that long.
Yeah.
No. It seems like it was a 5-minute exchange of here you go.
Yeah, we got on the ship, so I was like, we gotta try this shit out. We just
Goblin
left.
noises. Let's go.
Yeah, and you
Let's
see
go.
that being like carted off the ship.
Yeah. So that's what you see as you're approaching the scimitar, Pearl.
Ah, he's gonna love that.
Oh. That looked fun.
Yeah, no. Actually, PM, why don't you go with him? Gonna pat him on the head, avoid the spikes.
Oh.
He's a lot sharper than the old one.
Yes, I could see that.
Not mentally. Mentally, it's about the same.
Oh.
Yeah.
I suppose that makes sense. You can't exactly create consciousness, can you?
No, not really. Seems like all my research in that direction seems to have come up empty. The only conscious entities I found were ones that didn't start that way. So.
Well, I was actually coming to speak to you.
Oh, well, gonna look up at the sky, see what time it is. I mean, I don't know if we. What's up?
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm so behind on so many things.
I can leave you alone, it's fine.
Well, it's a short walk to the dorm. Why don't we walk and talk?
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't really have too much of a reason to come see you, to be honest. I just feel like I haven't seen you a lot lately.
Well, it has been 3 days.
Yes, and there was a lot of chaos before that.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to actually check on you if you were okay. Because I know you said you were okay. But I also know you're a filthy little liar.
You don't have to be so direct about it.
My sense of humor has improved.
I can tell. It's much more direct. Yeah, well... No. Not really. I don't know if it's ever gonna be. I know Amira's still out there. And, she could show up at any moment. And who knows what she could do, so... Probably no, probably not for the...
Pearl would kind of like study you for a little bit, and then she'd grab one of your hands, and then like push your sleeve up to expose your red scars. And she would kind of just like brush her fingers across them.
They're very sensitive.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've just been thinking a lot lately. And, you know, I'm not in my own original body, but I was wondering if you remembered what you looked like before all this.
No, not really. It's been a really long time.
At all.
I don't think I didn't start aquatic. All this extra stuff got added later. I didn't always used to be able to breathe water. First time I was pushed under, it felt like I was drowning until the slits in the neck started opening up. And,
I'm sorry, you don't have to talk about it. I know it's hard for you.
no, it's probably best to do it anyways. 'Cause I mean, a lot's changed, right? And fucking who knows how long we have left before, everything goes south.
I mean, on that subject, if you'd like, I'd really like it if we started spending more time together. But it's fine if
No,
if you don't.
I mean, sure, you can always swing by whenever. I don't care. Did you have something specific in mind, or?
No, it's fine.
I think I'm not good at it, but I did just give you a face, and there was a lot of different expressions that went over it just then.
And
You had something in mind.
her whole face is like flush.
Internally, I'm like, I'm so glad I added that. That was a last minute thing, and it really worked out.
You know, Flux, I can't tell if you're simply daft or if you're just cold.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Oh my god. I don't know how to do this. I've never done this before. How does one... Where's Hieronymus?
Honestly, he
ask
could be anywhere.
She's like not making eye contact with you. She's just like...
I imagine we've been standing outside my door for like 5 minutes
Yes,
at this point.
just
You are
awkwardly.
inside of the dormitory, and like there are heads being peeking around corners now. I don't know if Hieronymus and Cyrus are, but Phasro's certainly like.
Am I making... Can I make eye contact with anyone?
Cyrus will
else?
look out and kind of look.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cyrus is gonna walk out and he's like,
Oh, hey, how'd the counting go?
"It was awesome."
Great. Didn't explode?
No. She's asking you out.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm leaving. All right. Goodbye.
What?
She's gonna turn and
Like,
start walking.
Phasro's like
No,
hands
no,
up. hands
no.
up.
Cyrus is gonna grab her arm. Stay.
Wait.
Well, I wasn't exactly asking him
Yes,
out.
you
I
were.
was just seeing if maybe he was interested in getting to know each other a little bit better. And
Cyrus is gonna look at you and be like, "Look, I wasted a lot of time once, and I regretted it later. Do not waste your time now.
you're being cryptic again.
We can talk about it later. But can you ask him out?"
I'm right here.
Phasro like is behind you and like gives you a little nudge accidentally.
Cyrus is gonna like pull you a little closer.
No, it's all right, guys. Thank you. I don't need this. I don't need help. It's fine. I lied. She's so shaky. She's just like still not looking at you.
I don't understand.
Oh my god, you are daft.
No, I don't understand. You did this just happen? Is this something that popped up in your head over the last 3 days because you've been lonely, or is it something that's actually been there for a while? Is Pearl, or
You
is
would see just heartbreak in her eyes.
why?
Flux. She likes you.
Well, you shouldn't.
Nope.
Nope, wrong answer.
Try again.
It's not like I get to choose.
Yeah, I know.
It's fine. You don't have to reciprocate.
No.
We. I'm sorry. This is awkward, and now everyone's involved.
Not everyone. Hieronymus isn't there.
Thank God he's not.
He's still in the mess hall.
No, Hieronymus has something else he wants to do before we leave
much
stream.
worse.
Cyrus is gonna put an arm over Flux's shoulder, turn around for a second, be like, "Right. So
Pearl's gonna try and escape.
you like her, right?"
Phasro, now Yama's involved.
God damn it. They're both like
do.
holding
Yeah,
all of my
yeah.
arms.
They're like the little ones are like,
She likes you.
Guys, please. I don't think I can do this right now. I think I really...
No, listen. That's not the. Why is everybody else even here? Go away! I'm gonna point to a random guy.
You go
Fuck
away.
off!
Hold up his arms, just walk away, and be like, "Y'all are hopeless."
Pearl, I like you a lot. It's just every single time I sort of think maybe that's something that I can even really think about. Something fucking bad happens. Somebody gets hurt or somebody dies or...
That's just life. Life is hard. Especially like this, especially with the Zalarian Empire. It doesn't mean that you can't love too. In fact, I think that's what makes it all worth it.
I think my synthetic heart is malfunctioning. And I'm not sure how to respond to that.
Do you need to go to your lab? Are you all right?
You know, why don't you, maybe tomorrow morning.
That you'll go to your lab, or...
Meet me at my lab tomorrow. We'll talk more then. I have a lot to think about.
Yes, I am so sorry. I appear to be dropping a lot of things today, but...
No, it's fine. I'm not upset. I'm just confused. Gonna slowly and very awkwardly leave.
Like Homer fading back.
Yes! I'll look at Fazro and Yama. Did like three girls freaking out?
Yama's having a great time. Fazro's like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm excited too. This seems important.
I don't know. Cool.
Okay, Haranas, what are you doing?
Yeah. So if we can leave this Molly Ringwald, John Cryer moment here in this John Hughes movie for a second.
Yeah.
I'd like to jump back in time to when everybody's leaving the office of the general, and Hieronymus kind of stays behind and says, good, they're gone. I'd like to have a chat with you about something that might be of potential use to you. And with that, he pulls out the dossier with the stack of research on the Aura program that they were conducting at the thing, and says, I suspect that having this technology available would help the Resistance to accomplish many of their goals.
And you're just giving this to me?
I am giving that to you, and I'm letting you know that for the greater good, if it comes down to that this is a possible thing, you have a test subject.
I hate that Hieronymus's good moments are always in private. Damn it, Rob! You son of a bitch!
Magella gives you a knowing nod and doesn't say much more than that, and lets you exit gracefully. Okay.
Welcome back!
Welcome back to
back,
Health Hits
everybody.
Experience. It's not getting any better. In fact, it's probably going to get worse, considering that we have 5 more games. I want to put that on everybody's radar. We are going to be, if things go well, and by well I mean terrible, we are going to have our last show of this season on July 17th. So that means we have 5 more episodes. So, barring any unforeseen circumstances, we are going to be in this universe in main campaign until then. And I'm not going to reveal the plans for after that, because why would I? Because I don't know what they are. That's usually what it boils down to. So, thank you for watching the show. Thank you to everybody who watches the VODs. Special shout out to the folks who watch the VODs. I know I've done it before, but I will do it again. If you're watching the VOD tomorrow, if you're watching the VOD 2 weeks from now, if you're watching the VOD 2 years from now, you are appreciated and you are the backbone that is keeping the show going. Please leave a comment. That truly, truly helps in any capacity. Because then we have more of the algorithm on our side. Even if you just leave a comment on your favorite ice cream flavor, that's all we need. So, thank you for watching Health Hits Experience. Today's adventure brought to you by me and these Chuckleheads. Music and sound effects provided by Sirenscape and Liz. Thank you to Molly Cook and Brian Bowersucks in the control room. Special thanks to Community Access Media for the use of their facilities and equipment. If you want to support this show, support us by supporting CAM. You can go to bit.ly/CAM Erie Donate. CAM, Erie, and Donate are all capitalized. CAM is CAM, all caps. So that link should be on the screen in the VOD. There should be a QR code in the Twitch stream. Join us again next week as it gets worse. Goodbye.
Yay!